Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSN Denver. It is time for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you as always by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. And we are proud to welcome in the king of betting here in Denver, Mr. Capwise, Ben Cary. What's going on, Ben? How are you, man?
Hey, it's football season. I'm a happy guy. Can't complain.
You're grinding away. I love what you guys are doing on the site. Tell folks about what's going on over at Capwise and the dashboard and how things have been running through week one.
Yeah, so we have simulations for every game of the week in the NFL. We also have simulations for props too as well. So as you know, if you've been following Michael, he loves his player props. So you can log on and you can see, what players are projected to have stats in different categories. And on Thursday and Monday Night Football, we provide all of that data for free. It's just a way for us to have you guys engage with it and play around with it inside the dashboard.
Which is huge, man. And I think that's awesome. Obviously, I'm a subscriber and love looking at that information that you guys provide. But I think the fact that you guys are providing free props information on Thursdays and Mondays for those primetime games is absolutely awesome. You can also sign up for their free picks that come to your email daily. Ben, let's talk about tonight's game. The football team favored at 3.5. The over-under, the lowest total on the board by far at 40.5. What do you like in this game, if anything?
Well, first of all, on Thursday Night Football, more times than not, I stay away from picking a winner against the spread. There's a lot of reasoning that goes behind that, but that's me personally. So I like to attack the prop market. I do think Giants are going to cover in this one, but the official play that I'm going with, I'm going to go with a prop, Taylor Heineke over 19.5 rushing yards. This is a guy who does like to scramble out of the pocket and pick up yards. And we saw in that Giants game in week one, Bridgewater did have a lot of opportunity to run. Mm-hmm. He just decided not to, right? I think there were a few times where I'm like, he probably could have picked up 5-10 yards, but he also had open guys. Heineke is a guy who's just going to take those yards. And I expect him to hit around 30 yards tonight rushing.
Yeah, I'm also on the Antonio Gibson over 67.5 rushing total there. He went for 90 in the week one against the Chargers. We gave that out as a best bet on our Sunday morning show.
I think a lot too.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Heineke back there, I think they're going to try and run the football. I've parlayed, as I gave out yesterday, the football team and the Broncos on the money line. I'm staying away from the spread there, much like Ben is. But I think Gibson gets at least 15 carries tonight. I think they try and run him. And as we saw with the Broncos, the Giants can give up some rushing yards.
Yeah, and real quick about Gibson, our model actually likes him to get close to 100. But one of the biggest reasons why is because they do expect the Washington football team to be up throughout this game, which of course it's a game flow play, right? He could even get 20 carries tonight. And if he breaks one like we saw Melvin Gordon last week against that Giants D, he could easily hit that number.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why I like that. That's also a Lions boost for him to rush for 75-plus yards tonight. That's Lions boosted on BetMGM at plus 145. Ben, let's talk about the Broncos. Broncos-Jaguars. I jumped on the look-ahead line. It's at 6 on BetMGM right now, but it may be coming down, some money coming in on the Jaguars here.
Yeah, so if you followed the Broncos in the past and have seen how they, and of course your audience does do that, but in the past, the Broncos, when they have those East Coast games in an early time slot, at this point, I think it's mental and they're aware of it, but they always get off to a slow start and they seem to just perform under expectation. Now, this Jags team looked really bad against the Texans, which we thought was the worst team in football. It might just be the Jags, but at the same time, they do have a young quarterback. Maybe him having a second game with some of his guys may make the difference. For me, I'm staying away. I think this is a tricky spot. A lot of sharp bettors I know actually like the Jags. I can't bet the Jags myself, just from how they performed in week one. So I'm staying away. In the line, Michael, in some spots is down to 5.5, which is kind of a red flag for me too as well.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Boy, that would be a really bad, disastrous loss for the Broncos.
Yeah, you know what I think is going to happen is I think that the Broncos are going to pull out a win, but we were just chatting. This smells like a backdoor cover opportunity for the Jags.
Absolutely. I like the Broncos on the money line, as I mentioned, parlayed with the football team tonight, but I'm staying away from the spread there. And the Broncos, as you mentioned, they're doing some things to try and combat the time difference and the humidity. They're actually going to travel on Friday this year, get an extra day, have a walkthrough on Saturday. We'll see if that helps. I think it will. I think that's a smart call by Vic Fangio. Ben, we got to wrap it up, man, but thanks as always for coming by. Looking forward to seeing what happens tonight, and we'll have you on again real soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, that's going to do it for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line. Remember, place your parlays, props, and futures at the King of Sportsbooks. Download the app today.